Hello, I'm Mark.
And I'm Amelia.
Today we're going to be looking at what's a good air rifle to start with. We've chosen 5 air rifles here to have a look at. We've got 2 springers, 2 pre-charged and 1 CO2.
So it seems a logical place to start with the CO2, seeing as this is kind of the most basic model that we have here. It does also come with this scope and mount set. The scope is a fixed magnification scope. It's a 4x32, and you do just get these little mounts here. It's not going to be anything that you're going to be using to do any competitive target shooting with, but for plinking in the garden and pest control at short ranges, this is a very convenient rifle to get started with. And because it's a very simplistic design, isn't too intimidating for people that perhaps haven't shot a rifle before. So just a very simple bolt action here, single shot capacity. So I have the 2250 XL version here, which with the scopes and mount included is currently retailing for £239. They do a non-XL version, which I believe is £50 cheaper as well.
And the non-XL version is simply with a shorter barrel, is it?
Yes, the stock is ever so slightly different and shorter, and also the scope is not included as well on that one. So you're just going to pop the CO2 in there, screw that down until the capsule is pierced, and then once you've cocked and loaded your rifle, you're ready to shoot.
And the power on that is at about 8 foot-pounds.
Yeah, 8 to 8.5 is what you would normally expect to get out of this. So again, it's not going to be for shooting at 40 yards and above, but for garden work or casual use, this is probably a good choice.
Right, let's move up to our first pre-charge gun. This is the Kral NP02, and it's the flagship model of the Kral range. It's the best-selling rifle by far that they've done. It's been out for several years now. It's Turkish made, which actually means that you get quite a nice piece of Turkish walnut on the stock. The price range, I believe, for an NP02 is...
Well, this is the marine version here, which is currently going out for $359. The standard all black finish is actually our cheapest PCP that we do, and they're going out for $349.
So good value for money. It's this is a really good entry level airgun into the world of pre-charge. So as you can see, we've got a large buddy bottle which forms part of the stock, and the shot capacity on this is around 200 shots. We have a side lever like so, and you can load your multi-shot magazine in the side there.
Yeah.
Filling port around the front, so a very simple push-in filling probe. It's got quite a nice trigger.
Yes, stage trigger.
2-stage trigger, and it's just a really nice, comfortable gun to be using. We've had very little issues in terms of reliability with these over the years that we've been selling them.
I think particularly for myself, I prefer a rifle that isn't too long in length, particularly if you're using it for hunting more on the field and you're not using bipods or rests all the time. I find it more comfortable and quicker and easier to maneuver when you have a slightly shorter length rifle.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a semi-carbine rifle, and of course it's not too heavy either. So you can have this out all day long without it really becoming an issue for you.
Yeah. And another feature I like about the NP02 is that it features a dual rail on the top. So you have here both the standard 9-11 dovetail and also weaver rails here. So you have the choice between the two when mounting your sight, which is really helpful. Also, because it has a 1/2-inch UNF threaded end, very easy to find silencers to fit.
Yes, and Kral do a very good moderator themselves, don't they?
They do, yes, and they have that in both black and stainless.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to another PCP here, which is the Gamo Phox. As you can see, it's a slightly longer rifle, but it does already come with the silencer included in the kit. The Phox is currently going out for £589, but it does come as a kit. So that includes both the slip, the pump, and a scope and silencer as well. And that is an adjustable magnification scope. I believe it's a 3:9 by 40 off the top of my head. But certainly good value for money if you are getting into the world of PCPs and need everything all together in one. The Phox is also a bolt action, so an alternative for the side lever that the Kral features.
So what's the shot capacity on the Gamo?
Roughly about 70 if you're shooting 2.2, so not as considerable as the Kral, but depending on how much shooting you're planning on doing, it is quite a lightweight model as well.
And then moving on to our two spring-powered guns. So this is the Hammerli Black Force 400. What is the price point on this one?
Well, they start at £129.99. Confusingly, because they are quite a new release, the 2.2 is currently less expensive than the 177. Not by an awful lot, but for the 2.2 version, it's £129.95. That does include as well a 3:9 by 40 scope. So it's quite rare that for this price point of rifle to have a scope included that has adjustable magnification.
And this would be a good selling rifle. This would be one of our best selling break barrel rifles.
Yes, these have been really popular ever since they first come out. Really, in that price range, you're looking at things like a Kral Devil or other break barrels that don't have the scope included. You're going to need to spend another £30 or £40 at least to get a scope and mount set of reasonable quality to put onto a break barrel. So to have that all together and the option of the open sights as well seems to be a good combination.
So just a good all-round, bog standard, decent, spring-powered break barrel rifle.
It's a no frills model,
Yeah.
But if you have the occasional pest you need to shoot, if you're looking to get into the sport and do some target shooting, this is going to be a really good option.
So finally we come to the Gamo Whisper X Swarm, made by Spanish company Gamo. This is available in both calibers. We have it in 2.2 and 177. And where this differs from the Hammerli that we've just had a look at, this is with a multi-shot magazine. Okay, so we've got a 10-shot magazine here, which we can just pop in like so. That clicks in nicely like so.
And that's 10-shot in both calibers as well.
Yeah. So we've got it in 177 and 2.2. Break the barrel, close, and off we go.
And that also comes with a 3:9 by 40 scope and one-piece mount, as you can see here. The quality of the mount as well on the Gamos tends to be a bit better. You can see here it is a dual screw mount, so you're going to get a little bit more stability than you are by having the single ones that we showed earlier.
And do we have a price point on this one?
Yes, so these are currently going out for £249. All of our prices here include the free home delivery service that we offer. So the price mentioned today would be delivered to your door.
We're going up from £129 to £249.
Yes.
But we're going for a Spanish company, Gamo, as opposed to Hammerli, and we've got the multi-shot magazine and probably a slightly better mounting system on the scope as well.
You've also got the fully shrouded barrel on this one, and the two-stage adjustable trigger as well. Okay,
so we've got a good overview here of entry-level rifles into the three different power sources. So CO2, pre-charged, and spring-powered. And as you can see, you can get yourself started without breaking the bank, and some good quality rifles to have a look at as well, which a little bit of TLC should last you for many years. Thanks for watching our video. See you again next time.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And if there are any other video ideas you want us to cover in the future, let us know by dropping us a comment below.